There's an element of we're waiting here. We're waiting. This is a warrior who's been through many battles and he's just waiting. He knows there's going to be one more, but he's on the higher ground. So he's just waiting for that for the other army to take that last swipe at him. And he's prepared. But yeah, weary, battle scarred, feeling ready for an end here. So, and it's interesting because it's the Nine of Wands and we're talking about September, which is the 9th month. So yeah, but this is a new beginning. There's a positive new beginning here. So that's interesting with this card because it's like you're waiting for information. There's something you have to wait on, something you need to have before you can launch, before you can move forward, before you can accept the job, before you can accept this new person in a relationship. There's something that you've got to kind of wait on test results or wait on a clean bill of health. Yeah, whatever your circumstances. And again, this is how a general reading breaks down. Most of you, or the majority of you, are waiting on something before you can make a new start. And it'll be different what area of life that is. But yeah, that's the energy. I feel like for many of you, it is waiting on information. I gotta wait to hear back. I gotta wait to see if I got the job, but I'll be so excited if I do because it's a really cool job. Or I'm waiting to hear back from this person I'm interested in. Like, I hope we can go out on another date, or I'm hoping we can kind of become more serious or exclusive. Waiting to hear back if an offer was accepted on a property. But with this rune here, I feel like the news is going to be good for many of you because Ingwas is all about, yeah, lots of luck and protection around new starts. Anything new that you're trying to begin in September will be protected. And it's a good path. It's the right path for you. It's meant for you. So while the waiting may be frustrating here in the present, which is end of August into early September-ish for most of you, I feel like you're going to get the answer well before September is over and be quite excited and happy about the information you get back. Like, okay, good, we can move forward now. This was the answer I wanted. So we can go, we can full steam ahead now. The challenge is the 7 of Cups. So at some point in the month of September, you may feel a little overwhelmed by the options or the different ways that you can go about doing something. Let's see what else is coming through here. I'm feeling like someone out there, and this could be a message, again, like I was just talking about, could be for specifically one Taurus out there. There's someone who you just recently got back in the dating scene. Maybe you've just broken up with someone or just got a divorce or separated, and you've just kind of thrown yourself back out there, and you're actually feeling a little overwhelmed by the options. Maybe you got a lot of attention on the dating app, or you know, maybe you are you've got more options than you anticipated, and it's good, but at the same time, you're kind of like, wow, that's a lot to choose from. This is a good problem to have. This is what we call, Taurus, a challenge that's really a non-challenge. But yeah, I mean, you are feeling conflicted because you are, and I feel like for some of you, a lot of this is, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, because maybe not all of these options are, you know, you're that enthusiastic about. Maybe you're not enthusiastic about any of them. It does seem like there's one though. There's one, and it's probably the one taking his or her time, right? They're the one that's the slowest to respond. I mean, it's all, I don't know why it's always that way, but it always seems that way, doesn't it? The one you really like is the one that takes their own sweet time in getting back to you, and you know. But yeah, there's a new beginning, an opening up, a new relationship. You're really on the brink of some fresh start here, Taurus. And yeah, for some of you, it doesn't have to be the dating thing. This could be a new job opportunity, a new career even. Maybe you're completely changing careers. Or yeah, property, moving. You're looking to move, and you've got a lot of options, a lot of different types of homes, a lot of different neighborhoods. You're trying to pick and maybe if you are moving with kids, you got kids coming with you, they're like, no, I don't want to change schools. So it's like everybody, there may be some conflict over the options, right? Some people like this neighborhood, some people like this school, some people don't. So yeah, it seems like there's a lot to work through here. as far as the options. And you may, it may not just be your decision. So you got to kind of wait, right, for everybody to kind of get on board or make up their mind, or before you can move forward. Or you're at least taking that into consideration, right? You want everybody to be happy if possible, but that's not, you can't always please all the people all the time. Sometimes your kids just are going to have to move where you're moving. They're going to have to change schools sometimes, because, if you're taking a job or being offered something that's going to increase the money and everything for the entire family, there's some sacrifice that may be involved with the benefit of that, right? The help that's going to be available, got the 8 of Wands in reverse. Here's what it looks like in the reverse. Here's what it looks like in the upright. So yeah, this is about delay in moving, delay in moving forward, particularly maybe with property, investments, inheritance, anything to do with possessions or land or homes, real estate. So yeah, there's something, maybe you're waiting on an inspection to be finished here, Taurus, some of you. Because yeah, you could be getting it could take a while to get this back. It's interesting because I was just telling Capricorn kind of a similar message. Like, if you have bought a property and sold yours, this could just be like you are, the dates don't work out. So like you may be you may have to crash with friends until the people have moved out of the house you're buying. There may be this disconnect with the dates, and it could be a bit of an inconvenience, but, because the delay is coming up as a help to you, maybe the delay in closing, if initially seems like a frustrating thing or something you don't like, it ends up working better with the dates of when you sell your home, because this is coming up as a help. So yeah, if something's delayed around property, around home, around moving, or an inheritance, try not to freak out, because it seems like it's actually going to work out better in the long run, or better for what ends up happening with your home, or when you sell your home. Also, if there is an inspection or anything, and you have to delay the move-in date because that's being fixed, still that's going to help you, right? Because that problem is being taken care of, and you're not going to have to pay for it or have it done when you move in. Or if it's just like, if there's anything wrong with a home, you may have to let one go because of that, right? But it still helps you because you're not, you won't be buying a home that has damage or needs something fixed right away. So yeah, whatever is delayed, it is helping you in September, even though, yes, it's frustrating, Taurus, when we just want to get things taken care of. Now, if it's not home or property, still the same thing applies. Any delay in hearing back about a job, this information that you're waiting to hear back about or to have is actually a good thing. Also with this person, like if it's a new person that you're dating and they're taking a long time to get back to you, or, I feel like what they're doing is wrapping up things because somebody may be separated but not yet divorced. So it is kind of like they're taking things slow until that is totally final. They don't want to kind of, and hopefully they'll tell you this, but that may be the delay. They don't want to get seriously involved with anybody else until this divorce is final, or until this is all everything's separated and all possessions and all that stuff is taken care of. Or maybe it's you doing that, Taurus. You're the one, maybe these options are the ones that are pushing to see more of you or to get more serious, and you're like, well, I really want to wait until the divorce is final and we have all these things worked out with custody, etc. So yeah, delays are going to help you in September, whether you are the one that instigates them or not, Taurus. It could also be that a delay is good in letting you really get to know or find out more about someone, because maybe they're not what they're cracked up to be, because that's what we're going to talk about next. What must be accepted? We got the King of Swords in reverse. Here's what he looks like in the upright. So this could be an air sign person, a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, but does not have to be. Could just be acting like an air sign in the reverse, which means that the number one thing that this usually connotates is someone's being dishonest about something. or they are withholding truth, being selective about the, what they reveal, the information they reveal, using their communication to seduce or talk you into things or confuse you. Because yeah, that's kind of the number one. The number one way is dishonesty, but then also there is this, like, they use their communication to swindle people. This is like the number one car salesman. Like, he would be the best car salesman ever, right? He can talk anybody into anything. He can sell anybody anything, right? The battery light's blinking at me here, Taurus, so I'm going to change those and we'll come back and finish your reading. 1 second. And we are back. Sorry about that, Taurus. Yeah, another aspect of the King of Swords in reverse is they can be very overly critical and criticize, how you look, how you talk, what you're wearing. I mean, that kind of energy. And this can be a male or a female in these general readings. Ask him, this other person you've got over here, which we'll talk about in a minute. So yeah, and if this is someone that you're kind of seeing or that's new on the scene that you're dealing with here, Taurus, like maybe this criticism or this negative aspect is not directed at you, but you see this person doing that to the waiter or, or to, the person with the car wash or, anywhere, or their kids, and you're like, your intuition's going to be screaming at you, Taurus, like, ooh, if this person talks this way to their kids, or they treat waiters that way, or people that are serving them that way. I mean, do I really want to be with somebody who talks that way to people or talks down to people? That's the thing. Talks down to people. There's just a nastiness with this. So yeah, this may be one of those options that we were talking about. Hopefully it's not this one that you're really kind of waiting on to get back to you. Because yeah, I think you're going to be greatly, really over this. Now, this could just be somebody like this real estate agent or this seller of this home trying to talk you into buying this place that needs a lot of stuff done to it. Even though maybe it didn't pass the inspection, maybe they're trying to make a deal and you're really just not interested, I don't think, even if because it seems like whatever this is, if that's the case, if that's how these energies work for you in September, it's too big of a fix that you don't want to mess with it. You just are put off by it. And it seems like most of you don't want to even consider, no matter how much they knock off, it's just not going to be worth it. Because it seems like it may be a big deal. Maybe it's like, I don't know, the electrical or plumbing or any of that, really expensive stuff that could be wrong with this place. Others of you, this could be the ex that, like, if you're still kind of finalizing a divorce, or this could be the ex or the ex's lawyer really trying to, like, take advantage of you or not give you a fair shot, not give you a fair split on assets or property or child support or whatever it is you're trying to work out if you're trying to separate or divorce someone. So, but you're going to see right through it. You know what's up. They can't hide this stuff from you. There is a finality to September, though, in some way. Again, like, whatever this final battle is you're waiting on, for some of you, maybe this positive thing is that, yes, it's going to be resolved by the end of September. But what I'm feeling is you shouldn't feel pressured to accept something less than you deserve just because you want this over and done with. I understand that feeling, because you may be tempted if you're feeling this way, like the Nine of Wands. It's just a very battle-weary, I just want this over and done with kind of energy. And it will be with this rune here, but the Ingwas is saying, yes, you can have it over and also get what you deserve out of this situation. So don't be afraid to hold out or try to fight the urge to just have something over and done with when you could, when you would have to give up what you are owed in this situation, Taurus. The outcome, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So here's what he looks like in this deck. Again, could be male or female. This is an earth sign energy. So either another Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, or it could be you here, Taurus. I'm seeing first thing coming through. I'm seeing one of you is interviewing for an assistant. You're looking to hire, like if you own your own business, you may be looking to hire like a front desk person, a secretary, an assistant. You may just be looking for someone to kind of run errands for you. Maybe kind of like or even like care for the kids when you're not there. So yeah, or maybe pick them up from school, take them to their soccer games or whatever. So I'm seeing you talking to some younger people. These may be college students. The Knight of Pentacles, usually a younger energy, 35 or younger. So yeah, you could be talking to college kids or somebody who is like taking this on as a side gig. Maybe they're gonna walk your dogs, take care of your animals while you're, maybe you travel a lot for work. So they're gonna, so if you need to find help, if you need to find an assistant or hire someone like that to help you kind of streamline your day, streamline your duties. And it does seem like you're going to be gravitating towards other earth signs, Taurus, which doesn't surprise me because you're going to find them very responsible, very stable. They make good decisions. They make grounded decisions. This is somebody you would trust with your kids, with your animals, with your stuff, with your money, with your car, with your home, if they're house sitting for you. So, yeah, I am seeing you interviewing these people. Now, this could also be one of your kids that has gone away to college, doing very well on an exam, a test, some sort of oral presentation, because it is that September is that time when kids are going back to school or off to college. This could be somebody's final semester, because really at this age, this person would probably be, more towards the end of their college experience, or maybe this is their last year or last semester, and doing very well. Really making some good academic decisions about how they want to use their degree. Also, studying. They're putting in the work. They're putting in the effort. And getting the grades that reflect that. And this is a smart cookie for sure. Now, some of you, if you are looking for a new job or a new gig, because again, it was kind of coming up that some of you may be considering moving for work. This could be like another interview where you're told you get the job here. It's going to go very well. So maybe this is like there are several rounds of interviews, and this is you. In this case, and you're coming in like the Knight of Pentacles, a fresh little daisy right out of college, even though you may or may not be, but you are showing that excitement, right? You are really raring to go. You're kind of talking about, and when you're interviewing, you're kind of showing your knowledge, talking about your skills, very focused on the things you're supposed to focus on when you're in a job interview, your skills, the work you've accomplished, and the achievements the things you have achieved in previous positions, all of that stuff. You're a very good interview, Taurus, especially in September. So yeah, if there have been several rounds and that's what this is, it's like, oh, the waiting, it's just excruciating. It is going to pay off. I think in this final interview, the outcome is you really wow them. Not that you haven't in the previous interviews. I think this is just building on that. But yeah, absolutely. This last interview is a win. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest in the deck. He really takes his time, but in taking his time and planning and thinking things through, thinking through what he's going to say, I'm seeing you being very prepared for any interview, or if you're in school, any exams or tests that you'll be taking or any presentations you need to give, you're going to be very prepared for that and really just wow people. But it is going to take a lot of time and effort, and you're not going to shy away from that, Taurus. It's very much you're in your element with things like that. You like to be prepared. You feel way more confident and more at ease when you've done all the preparation rather than just flying by the seat of your pants. As some other signs may be more apt to do, which can also pay off. There are benefits to that as well. It feels more spontaneous, maybe a little more energetic. But I mean, you want to really be able to field any questions, and it's going to pay off because that's exactly the right approach for whatever job this is. I think you're going to be happy and get good news about that. You're going to sail through the interview and they're really going to be impressed with you.